Okay, welcome back. Today we are doing our Level 2, Class 1 on parenting considerations. We have moved to our advanced skills. We are going to talk about some skills for how to deal with behaviors that are problem behaviors that are minor, such as whining, complaining, bickering with siblings, that kind of thing. Those two skills are attending and planned ignoring. And then we're going to talk about homework. So for attending means giving positive attention. So when your child has a desirable behavior and you give them positive attention and they realize they get positive attention for this desirable behavior, they will do that desirable behavior more often. So the more consistent you are at doing positive attention for the desirable behavior, and the more clearly your child associates that positive attention with the desirable behavior, the more they will be consistent about doing that behavior. So the steps for you to take are to identify the desirable behavior for your child, which we've also been talking about as the positive opposite. So identify what that behavior is. It could be the same one you've been using for the last few weeks. Then you're going to plan the type of positive attention that works for you and your child. Maybe that's verbal, praising, calling out to other people in the home, how proud you are of your child that they did this thing, or talking with your child and being really specific about how proud you are of them. It could be more physical, smiling, jumping, having a little impromptu dance party. And then it could be hugging, patting on the back, high five, what feels authentic for you and what you know your child experiences as positive. So an example here could be after dinner, your child puts their dish in the sink or washes their dish, and that has been a positive opposite compared to your child, leaving the dinner table without cleaning up. So great. As soon as your child is doing that, you give them positive attention. And maybe what works for them is, oh my gosh, Joe, I am so glad that you're putting your dish in the sink and you're rinsing it off. I'm really proud of you. That shows really mature skills. And I can't wait to tell you that again tomorrow. Or maybe for your child, it's like, oh, Sally, you did it. That's so awesome. Let's have a dance party in the middle of the kitchen. Whatever it is that works for you and your child. The second skill that sort of pairs with this is planned ignoring. So what is planned ignoring? It's when you choose not to give attention to a behavior. The way that this works is if your child has a problem behavior, you very intentionally give it zero attention. This takes hard work and discipline. It's very human when someone does something that's a problem to give that a lot of attention, but you're going to choose to give it zero attention. And when your child understands that their problem behavior results in a loss of connection with you, they're getting nothing, no attention, that behavior will decrease over time. So the steps for you are to identify what is the problem behavior you're going to ignore. And again, these are for mild problem behaviors: complaining, whining, bickering with siblings. And when you're ignoring, that means that you do not look at your child, talk to your child, or engage with your child. What you do is you turn away, you talk to someone else, or you leave the room. Your child will understand you are ignoring them. And they may react to that. So what are the two different ways that they could react? They could have what's called an extinction burst, which is when a problem behavior gets worse before it dies. So for example, if you're at the grocery store and you're paying for your groceries with your credit card and the machine isn't working, maybe you swipe multiple times before you realize that the machine isn't working and you switch to paying a different way. That's an extinction burst. You keep trying the behavior that you're expecting will get you the result that you want multiple times before you realize that it's not. And so, for example, if your child is complaining and you start ignoring, your child might complain louder to see if that gets your attention. You keep ignoring. And then they will realize, just like in our scenario with the card at the grocery store, they will realize that's not working and they will stop doing that. Your child may react to being ignored with aggressive behavior. What you do is continue to ignore the original behavior, but you address the aggressive behavior by making sure that you, others, and your child are safe, de-escalate the situation, and then set a brief consequence, such as a 15-minute timeout, which we worked on last class. Okay, so the homework is attending, choose the positive behavior, choose the reward, and then tell your family a guide about how it went. And were you able to do it many times and see a change over the course of the week? And then planned ignoring. Choose the problem behavior, choose the way you will ignore, and tell your family a guide about how it went. And were you able to be consistent enough to, that your child started to decrease that behavior? And it may take consistency over the course of multiple weeks to really see an impact for your child. I wanted to add a note that a lot of the really amazing research and techniques are summarized and taught in the book Parent Management Training by Dr. Alan Kasdan, which is really the foundation for what we're doing in this treatment manual, and really benefiting from a lot of hard work from him and his team. All right, thank you so much. We are just so honored to be working with you and your child and supporting you on this journey. And I know that our family guides are really excited to hear how this is going for you.